This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. Today we're going to do a little update here on natural gas, and we're going to take a little peek at crude, see what we're doing here mid-afternoon. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have natural gas, daily and your weekly chart. Now, it really hasn't done a whole lot there today. Natural gas, the low so far was 1.751 and the high was 1.841. Now, crude oil, we'll get to that here in a little bit. That had a really, really nice move here so far. But we're talking about natural gas here, so let's just check it out. So what we want to watch here today, you had 7.51. Now, Friday's low was 1.755. So we had a little bit lower low there today. The key is for today is you need to close above this level right here, 1.764. That's the key, close above, okay? If you can't, then we'll come down and take a look at that 1.75. And then what we do is ratchets right on down, 1.73 and then 1.71. That is your next support levels. Again, if that's lost, we have a 1.67, 1.66. That is your level. So just bring that right across. That is your next level. And then what we do is we'll come over here to right on top of this candle, basically 1.637. So say 1.64. That'll be your next level. And then we have 1.59, 1.58. And then there's a big retest at 1.52 if it gets all the way down there. So realistically, if that's lost, that key 21 SMA here, then we just follow the tops of these candles all the way down, and those will bring your support levels. And I'll show you, like on crude, where it held really, really nicely. Doesn't mean it always has to come and retest, but you know what I'm saying? So just watch these key levels, the bottom of these candles and the top of these candles, and that gives you some really nice support levels here. Now, here on the upside, here's your key level here, this 8 SMA, okay? So you can see where we had a high of 1.84, but your 8 SMA here is 1.85. So you went into it, but you got to get above it, okay? So if you can, this 8-day here on a weekly, this is killer, okay? This is basically 1.908, say 1.91. You can see what happened here last week where you went into it, but you can't get above it. You have to get back above it. That's going to be the key. So you want to watch this 8 SMA here very, very closely, and we want to watch that 8 SMA here on the weekly chart very, very closely. And if you can, you just follow the tops, 1.95, 1.98, and there's your retest there at 2.0 here. But realistically, right now, there's just two levels that you really want to watch here for today, and that's going to be this 21 SMA, very, very crucial on a closing basis on a downside, and your 8 SMA, 1.857 here on the upside. Now, I scalped nothing on the long side here so far. But again, you know, this is only right around the 12 o'clock area. But I did scalp the cold, KOLD. I got 3.5 points at the KOLD, so that's not too bad. But right now I'm flat. I have no position either way. I'm just looking here to see if it's going to hold this key level here and then maybe take a scalp long. Or again, if it loses it, then I'll jump back in that cold and we'll start taking some scalp shorts here to see here exactly where the support levels will hold. Okay, let's take a look here on some multi-charts. Okay, here you have your tick chart, your 1, your 5, and your 15-minute chart here. Okay, so realistically, when you look at, let's see on this 1-minute chart, this is your low today, 1.75. And this is where we are now. Okay, so if you look at that price channel, it got as low as 1.758, a higher low. Okay, so that's how we got to see. Now, when it ran up here, we had a high basically of 1.77, and then this high here got just a smidge above that at 1.778. Okay, so you have a little bit of a higher high situation and higher low situation here. So don't get too bearish. Let's just see how this is going to shake out here. So a lot of times what you want to do is use multiple charts to give you a little bit different view here. Okay, so when you look at a 5-minute here, you can see the same thing where you came all the way down, stair-step down to that 1.75 here, but right there you made a higher low. So we got to see if we can break back above that 1.778, and then we can maybe ratchet it right back on up here again. So if you use just different time frames, it just gives you a little bit different kind of a look situation here. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how you trade. Now with this tick chart, it's the same thing where you made that low, and then you can make a little bit higher low here, but we got to see how this is going to shake out here. But really, the 1 minute is telling the truth here. If you can hold this key level here, 1.758, then you made a higher low here for the day, which means we could rise right on up here, okay? So I like the higher low, and I like the little bit higher high. That's always very bullish. So we have a lot of days. We'll see how that's going to, a lot of hours left here in a day. We got to see how that's going to shake out. So let's take a look here on an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Okay, so when we look at this hourly chart, this is what we had last week right here, okay? We ran up. This is what we got today, okay? So this is the candle, what we have here so far. That's that 1.751. That's the low. And we got to see where we are right here right now. But again, when you look at this, see this 8 SMA? See how that's rolled over? You see your 50-day on a downslide, your 21 rollover. Ugly, ugly chart. However, we got to see here because you had a low there on Friday of 1.758, today 1.751. So you might have a possible double bottom unless you close below this level here, this 1.75. Then that bottom is negated, and she's going to go lower. Okay, but right now the chart is looking ugly. Okay, so what do we have here? So we had that low, higher low all the way on up. So you can see it pretty clear here, but you know, now it looks like you might have lost this 100-day, but so far you're holding that price channel, okay? So right there, you're looking here, okay. Now again, if that is lost here, then just look right to the left. This is your next support level, which is gonna be that 1.71. That's your gap, and then we look here at 1.66. So you see that line just come right across? Okay, so just watch that line. That is going to be your next level if this price channel is lost. Okay, so if you say you're on a short side here, then you say, well, okay, I know what my next target is going to be. It's going to be right here, that 1.71. And then if that's lost, then I know I can go to this, keep that short going to 1.66 here, and then you can always come down here to your 1.59 here. Okay, so always use this multiple time frames. It gives you just a big and a little bit better look. Okay, let's see what's going on with Yo Crudeski. Okay, here we have Crude daily and weekly. Okay, so right here for the week. Okay, if you watch my videos here this morning or last night, you got to hold this here for the week. But again, this is only Monday. You got all the way till Friday. So far we're looking good. You need to hold that 77.81. That'd be key. And then right below it, we have 77.24. And then right below that, we have 75.96. So we really want to stay above that here to give it this nice action. Now you can see that 8-day rolling right on up here. If we can make a little bit higher here for the week, we might be able to cross that 50-day, and that would be very, very bullish here. Okay, so this here is looking very, very bullish. If you look at your MACD, your green over red, that's looking very good. And your RSI, plenty of room to run. Good strength on that. Okay, so now, here we have Friday, big red candle. Usually when you get these red candles like this, just like we had here, the next day always starts off lower, okay? So this was your Friday's candle. This is today's candle. So just like what we had here, but then you held the support levels here, and then we rallied on up here, okay? So, but when you see this, you always want to see that you're going to go lower. So this is why I always point out the support levels, okay? So basically what you're trading is level to level. So I pointed out this level here. This was a Friday's low, 77.56. But I said, watch this candle right here. That's at 77.52. Now, if that's lost, then we'll come over to this candle here at 77.17. Now you can see where that was lost. Okay, so then what you do is you go to the left, and what do we have here? Okay, you have 76.80. What was today's low? Okay, 76.79. Okay, so within 1 penny, that's where the next support level was, and that's what held. Okay, so these people that tell you, say, oh, charts are backwards looking, and then they just don't know how to trade the charts. Okay, that's as simple as that. This is a roadmap, okay, which doesn't lie. It's basically what? Lines on paper. That's all it is. It has no reason to bullshit you. Okay, it's just lines on paper. So I just say, once that is lost, then you just follow the next level. Okay, and that's exactly what I did. So when we lost this here this morning, I took a short, okay, with the SEO, and then I waited. I held on this one. Then I was waiting, and then it went lower. Then I said, well, let's go to the next candle here, which is at 76.80. That's where I took the short off, and then I went long. Okay, because see, now you held that support level, and now we have a nice green candle here. Okay, so this is what we always want to look. Just look to the left of the chart for the simple reason is where it's been, it's usually where it's going. Okay, and it creates very good support and resistance levels. Now, again, if by the end of the day this sells off here, okay, and it goes lower, well, then we have your next target here is going to be your 100 SMA, 76.44. If that is lost, then we follow the bottom of this candle, 75.84, and then we have your 75.54, which lines up very nice with this double bottom. Okay, so as this, say, just for another example, where this went right up here, it came down. This here was 75.54, ran up, came all the way down here, and 75.52. See how nice that held? The same way with this. Okay, so we had a low here of 77.52, ran up, came all the way down. What did it do? Held it at 77.56. Okay, so that is your support level. That was your support level. And right now, today, this candle and that candle is your support level. Okay, so that's how you read the charts. Okay, it's very, very, it takes time to learn. Don't get me wrong. It takes time to learn, but I've been doing this for a long time. But just look to the left of the chart. It makes things so simpler. So simpler. Yeah, what kind of language is this? It makes things simple, okay, versus, trying to do this and guess that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we were today. Now what we need to do is we have to look here on the upside. So you want to watch this key level. This is 77.99. That's basically your 200-day 77.99. Okay, so these are right in sync. Your 21-day and your 200-day are in sync. Okay, so we need to close back above that. That would be very, very key. And then we look at today's high. You have 78.47. And then this is the key level right here. That's 78.70. We need to get back above that, whether it be today, tomorrow, sometime this week. That's what is the key to going higher. Once we get above that, then we'll look to the top of this candle, 79. Then we have the next resistance, 79.28, okay? And then basically what you do is just follow this up, 79.53, and then we look Friday's high, 79.99. And then if we can get above that, then we come right up here, 80.41, and then we have here 80.67, and then your big retest at 80.85. The whole key to all that upside is going to be a close above this key 21-day and the 200-day and this key 8 SMA. Very, very good. But on the downside here, basically just keep watching the candles here now, okay, on a closing basis, just like we did here. 79, 76, 79, okay, 76.80. See how nice that is? Okay, and if that's gone, then you just go to your 100-day. If that's gone, you just go here at the bottom here. If that's gone, then we come down here. Okay, so that's how you trade the charts. Very easy, very simple. Okay, that's what we got on Yo Krudski here. I got a scalp long in UCO going here from, it got the low as 28.95. I'm in at 29.10. Okay, so I didn't get the bottom, but I got pretty damn close to it. But what I always do is when it comes down here, I want to make sure that it held that support level, and then she rallied up here real nice. So my trade is still long. UCO trading 5,000 shares, so overall not too bad. 29.10 is sitting at 29.85 right now, so not too bad. Okay, I'll be back this afternoon after the pick close, and we will do crude oil and natural gas a little bit more in depth. All right, thanks for watching.